Hello cycling community, this is Steve Grusis. This is now my off season. My first workout on the road is weightlifting on a bicycle. Let's get started. Each off season I like to work on something that'll improve my cycling. And that's different than what I worked on the previous off season. Last off season, in anticipation of doing some early stage races, I worked on preparing for those stage races by being able to ride strongly multiple days in a row. This off season, I'm working on increasing leg strength for time trials and for short intervals. Part of my work with increasing leg strength is working in the gym. The other part, of course, is working on the bike. In this particular block, I am doing what I call weightlifting on a bicycle. This involves low cadence work, over accentuating the spin, of course using good form, trying to pull your foot off the pedal at every point in the spin, and doing this for 5 minutes at a time. Ordinarily this can be done on a low-grade climb, but we don't have many low-grade climbs that go for 5 minutes, so I adapted this to go on to work on the flats. This exercise takes a lot of focus. The focus comes in when you're trying to pull your foot out at every point in the circle, and consistently, constantly doing that for 5 minutes. It's so easy to let your mind wander, and when you do that, the pressure comes off the pedal, and before you know it, you are spinning a lot easier than you need to, and you're not getting the full benefit of this workout. You have to be focused with this. Typically, I do 3 sets of 5 minutes with 5-minute easy spin between. My cadence during these intervals are between 50 and 60. Sometimes, due to circumstances, I'll have a tailwind, and that'll speed me up and cause me to have a greater cadence. What I do in those cases is I will sit almost straight up so I can catch more wind, forcing me to produce more power, and that will slow down my cadence in order to go at an acceptable speed. I want to be in as big a gear as I can without being bogged down. Fortunately for me, I'm in all the way in my 53.11. Now in this particular third interval, I am going up the downhill with it. I could have doubled back and then come around and done another flat interval, but because I wanted to do some extra work, I continued up the downhill, and then turned around near the top and came down, and then would start my extra work. So for my extra work, it started off with doing standing hill sprints. What I would do is stand and sprint for 15, and when I get stronger, 20 seconds, and then I'd dial it back down, spin easy as I can for another 30 seconds or so. And I'd repeat this all the way up. So I think in this particular day, I got maybe 3 sprints going up there. Once I did those sprint intervals to the top, I came back down, and for extra credit, I did a upper endurance interval using a bigger than normal gear as far as I can go on the way back. Ordinarily, I could do 20 minutes with this after a workout like this, but because the day before I had started with heavier leg work in the gym, I was unsure how far I could go. As it turned out, I got about 9 minutes of this interval in, and for me, in this situation, that was good enough. When I was done with this interval, I dialed the speed back, got to an easier gear, and spun in back to the car. What made this a good workout for me was, first, it was a good design. Second, I accomplished what I wanted to accomplish. Third, I was able to use good form so I could accomplish what I needed to accomplish. When I got back to the car, I started my recovery there. The next day, it was back in the gym. Ooh-wee, that was a good workout. All in 90 minutes. A lot of my workouts that I give like this to my clients during the off season, you can do on a trainer, or you can do before it gets dark, depending on how the daylight is. If you like this video, hit like. If you want to get in contact with me, just post below. Tomorrow, I'm back in the gym.